All right, today we're diving into a story that is just massive in its scale and speed. How China, almost quietly, built a global robotics empire. We're going to look at the strategy, we'll meet the corporate giants and the super nimble startups, and we'll really try to unpack what this huge technological lead means for the rest of us. So let's get right into it. Okay, just let that sink in for a second. More industrial robots than every other country on Earth combined. This isn't just about being a leader in the field. This is a fundamental reshaping of global manufacturing. It's powered by a robotic workforce that's getting bigger and bigger every single day. So, the big question is, how on earth did this happen? Well, it definitely wasn't an accident. In this first part, we're going to unpack the very deliberate, super focused, and incredibly ambitious national strategy that really set the stage for China to become the world's robotics superpower. Yeah, this kind of growth doesn't just happen on its own. It's a massive, top-down national priority. As one business consulting group put it, the government has some seriously ambitious plans. They've been funneling tons of support into big initiatives like Made in China 2025 to really pump up key sectors like automotive and electronics. This state-level backing is basically the rocket fuel for the entire industry. But, before we get to all the futuristic humanoid robots you see in those viral videos, we have to understand the foundation. China's robotics empire was really built on the shoulders of these massive industrial automation companies, and some of them have been around for decades. Let's meet a few of these titans. Okay, so take a look at these names. You can really see the history and the scale here. You've got Syasun, founded way back in 2000, now serving clients in over 40 countries. Then there's S10 Automation, a public company with a market cap of nearly $3 billion. And Innovent, started by former Huawei engineers, is so big people call it Little Huawei. These are the giants that put the robots in China's factories. So that's the established industrial base. But this is where the story gets really interesting, when we start looking at this new wave of startups. This is where the pace of innovation just goes into hyperdrive. We're talking about new companies doing incredible things in just a matter of months. This timeline just shows you how fast this is all happening. Look at those dates. We're not talking about companies from the 90s. A Strigobot, a GenieBot, Engine AI. These are total game changers, and they were all founded within just the last couple of years. And what they're doing in such a short time is, well, it's just stunning. Let me give you a couple of examples. What's this number? 10 meters per second. That is the maximum speed of the S1 humanoid robot from Astrobot, a company that was founded in late 2022. To put that in perspective, that's the speed of a world-class sprinter. This is not some slow, clunky machine. This is a robot with absolutely astonishing physical abilities. And it's not just the hardware that's fast. On the software side, the speed is just as wild. This number, 10 minutes, that's how long it takes for Agibot's AI to train a robot for a brand new task, right there on the factory floor. So in the time it takes you to go grab a coffee, a robot can learn a whole new complex job. That's the crazy pace of innovation we're seeing. Now, while the whole humanoid robot race gets a ton of attention, there's another area where the competition is just fierce: quadruped, or four-legged robots. You've probably seen videos of these agile machines climbing stairs or walking over rough ground. And in this space, one Chinese company isn't just leading, it's completely, utterly dominating. Just look at that. Unitree Robotics has captured nearly 70% of the entire global market for these kinds of robots. That is just an incredible level of market control. They were the first ones to bring these high-performance robots to the retail market, and they've kept that lead by developing everything themselves, from their motors to their LiDAR systems, all in-house. Okay, so this incredible tech isn't just staying locked away in factories anymore. The next frontier is our daily lives, our homes, hotels, restaurants, hospitals. This is where the whole robotic empire becomes personal, something we can all see and interact with. So what's this? 48%. That's the market share held by just one company, Ecovacs Robotics, in China's massive robotic vacuum cleaner market. Think about that. Nearly half of all robot vacuums sold in the country come from this one single brand. They are the undisputed kings of bringing automation into the home. So how do these little robots navigate your living room so perfectly? Well, they use this incredibly advanced tech called LiDAR. It's basically a spinning laser that creates a super accurate 3D map of a room. And if that sounds familiar, it should. It's the exact same core technology that powers a lot of self-driving cars. That level of tech is now cleaning our floors. Pretty cool, right? This really illustrates the huge shift that's happening. For so many years, robots were locked away behind factory walls, doing heavy-duty stuff like welding and assembly. Now, we're seeing them out in public, performing commercial services, delivering your food, helping out in hotels, or even providing support in hospitals. And the world leader in this brand new field of commercial service robots is, you guessed it, another Chinese company, Robotics. With almost 23% of the global market, they are #1 worldwide. They're deploying robots with huge partners like Walmart and the Shangri-La hotels. Okay, so we've seen the solid industrial foundation, the crazy fast startup scene, and the big move into our daily lives. So for this last section, let's zoom out a bit and connect all the dots. What does this all-encompassing dominance really mean for the future of technology, and for all of us? When you look at it, the strategy really boils down to this four-step playbook. You start with a really strong industrial base. Then you pour massive amounts of money into R&D. That investment fuels these super rapid innovation cycles like we saw with Agibot, which then allows these companies to expand and just capture global markets. It's a powerful and frankly repeatable formula for dominance. And the list of big wins just keeps growing. I mean, Season is serving some of the biggest Fortune 500 companies in the world. Ubitech became the first publicly traded humanoid robotics company. Kepler is creating entirely new types of robots. And Dobot is #1 in cobots, those robots designed to work right alongside humans. The breadth of their expertise is just as impressive as the depth. And all of this brings us to one final and really crucial question. As this technology moves from the factory floor to our kitchen floor, it raises these huge questions about standards, ethics, and control. And given everything we've seen today, it's pretty clear that the companies and the country leading this charge will have an enormous say in writing the rules for our automated world. The robotic future is being built as we speak, and its architects are deciding right now what it's going to look like for all of us.